Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. It has been a really long time since I've made one of these videos, and last time you guys saw me things were a lot different. As you all know, things are really weird right now because of the coronavirus. I'm home from school. If you guys don't know me, I'm Macy. I go to TCU. I'm a sophomore, and while I was on spring break, we found out that we were going to have an extra week of spring break so that our classes could be shifted to online, and then we would probably be going back to school on April 3rd. But yesterday we officially found out that we are not going back to school for this semester. I mean, we all pretty much saw it coming. Yeah, it's just really weird. All my videos are going to be from home now for the next 5 months, which is fine. I'm going to try to make the best of it. But yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys are staying home and staying safe. That's what I've been doing. I have not left my house and I'm trying to not go crazy, and I can do another video on what I've been doing. But yeah, I just wanted to get all of that out of the way. But I know that this is affecting everyone so much in different ways. I just keep thinking about how it's affecting the current high school seniors, and that's why I wanted to make this video today. I know a lot of you guys watch my videos for college advice and choosing colleges and just all that type of stuff, and I know that right now is a really critical time in choosing your college, and it stinks that you guys can't go visit them right now because of everything happening. So that's why I wrote down some things that you can really be paying attention to in your college, because if you're not able to go there and tour before you decide on where you're going, these are things that you should definitely know. How you could get these answers is you could email an admissions counselor, you could go on Instagram, find people that go to that school and ask them. I go to TCU, so if you guys have any TCU specific questions, please comment them down below and I will answer them all there. So yeah, this video is just going to be things to know before deciding on a college, things that you might not find on the website, or just I guess things that you would really only know if you go to the school. For a lot of you, these things might not be deal breakers when deciding on a college, but if I say something and you're like, oh, I care about that, then definitely pay attention and ask someone that goes to that school their opinion on it. And yeah, I just hope this video helps you guys. Okay, so the first thing you should consider when you are deciding on where to go to college is, do they have a program that excites you? I mean, they probably do, and that's why you applied there in the first place, but I remember this was a really good piece of advice for me. So you don't have to know exactly what you're gonna do, but I knew I was interested in something along the lines with like marketing or advertising, and so I would go to the college's website and look at the program and look at what types of classes I would be taking, what the students are up to. So for example, my program at TCU is strategic communication, so I would go to the TCU strategic communication website, and yeah, I would just check out the coursework, what types of jobs people were getting out of college, and just try to see if it excites you, because that's what you're going to be doing for the next 4 years. Another thing to look at is the school you're looking at on the quarter or semester system? Because say you're a really big football fan and you go to University of Oregon, that's just one school that I know is on the quarter system. You'll be getting to school like mid-September, pretty much like halfway through the football season, if that's something you care about. Football season was just an example, but yeah, I'm on semester system, so I start early August and I'm done early May. But quarter system, you start mid-September and then you are done mid-June. So you guys already probably knew that, but when it actually comes time to decide on where you're going, I feel like that's a bigger factor. Another thing is, do they offer majority online classes? Is that something that a lot of students do, or do they even offer online classes at all? So I go to a smaller private school and there are no online classes whatsoever. If you go to TCU and you take an online class, please correct me if I'm wrong, but none of my friends or I have ever taken an online class. I don't think they're offered for my program. So yeah, if you're looking to go to school and work full-time and also be a full-time student and you're looking into online classes, maybe that's something that you want to pay attention to. Or say you're going out of state for college and you're like, I don't want to take online classes because I'm traveling out of state, I don't want to be on my computer. Both of those are fine whether you want them or not. I mean, even if the school does offer online classes, it's not like you have to take them. You can still certainly do all your classes in person. But yeah, just definitely pay attention to if they offer them. I feel like a lot of schools do, but maybe not if you're going to a smaller private school. Okay, a lot of people ask me about TCU campus involvement, if people are really involved on campus. So yeah, a super important question to ask is it easy to get involved on campus, and are people involved? I think both are super important. If it's like the culture to be involved, at TCU I feel like everyone is mega involved. I feel like everyone is just constantly doing so many different clubs. I feel like at pretty much every school you can find what you are interested in and join a club and get involved, but definitely just ask if that's what students do and if that's the culture on campus, because I know that's really important to a lot of people. Another thing that's really important is, what is the area surrounding the campus like? So a lot of times on campus tours, they will have you drive in a certain way, park at a specific location, and then they'll just take you where they want to take you. But I know not right now, but if you are able to tour the college, I think it's super important to really drive around the area and see where you're going to be spending your next 4 years and see if it's a safe location. I mean, not everywhere is going to be perfect, especially if the school's in a city, but definitely drive around the area and go beyond where the tour takes you, because campus location is is a huge factor, and not even in terms of safety, but just campus location in general. I love TCU because I'm in Fort Worth, which is like an actual city, but the area surrounding TCU is still super collegey and you still have that college feel. But yeah, it's just important to look at the area surrounding the college campus because again, you're gonna be there for 4 years, so you want to like where you're living. Another thing to ask is, how is campus security? So I feel like I'm just gonna keep giving TCU examples, but hopefully if you're looking into TCU, this is helpful. But I really like TCU's campus security. Basically, the TCU Police Department is on call at all times. So if you're ever at the library or anywhere on campus late at night, a police officer will escort you home with a ride. And we also have another service called Froggy 50, where if you're on one point of campus and you want to get to another late at night, I think they stop running at like 2 a.m, but after that is when the police officers can come escort you. But yeah, at night, the Froggy 50 will take you on a golf cart where you need to be. Also, the TCU PD is just constantly monitoring the campus and driving around. That's something that will probably be found on the website, and then you can also ask students that go there and just ask, do you feel safe on campus, because that's a pretty good way to find out. Also, I keep saying to find someone that goes to the current college. I would like literally go to the like location of the school on Instagram and then just like find someone and DM them. I didn't do that much, but if it was a question that I really needed answered, or you can always just look on the website, hopefully someone will be there to answer. Sorry if I'm looking down, I wrote all this down last night when I was having a creative burst. But another thing is the housing requirement. Does your school have a requirement that you live on campus for 1 year or 2 years, maybe 3, maybe even 4, or maybe they might not even require you to live on campus at all? So I don't know if I already clarified this, but I went to SDSU last year and then I transferred to TCU, and both schools had a 2-year living requirement on campus. I know some schools like Notre Dame, random, but I know that they have at least a 3-year on campus requirement. It might even be 4. I honestly really love the sophomore housing at TCU. It's all in this one area and it's like a little community, and I'm really sad that my time living on campus was cut short and it's over. So yeah, just definitely think about if living on campus is something that you want to do and if it's a requirement. And going along right with that is, what is the cost of living like where you're going to school? Say they only require you to live on campus for 1 year and then after that you have to find off-campus living. Is it in an area that's super expensive and are you going to have to spend a lot more on rent? Is it a cheaper cost of living and are you going to be saving a lot more by living off campus? So yeah, cost of living is super important, especially if you're going to be living there for a while. Another thing is it a commuter school? You'll probably already know this since you applied to the school, but yeah, if you choose a school and you're expecting for there to be a really big community on campus where everyone's together and there a lot, it's going to be really upsetting if you go and you find out that it's a commuter school and people just go to and from, they don't really hang out there often. Some people might want that because you're living at home or you're working full-time and that's what you want. It's just something to consider. Okay, this could be a big one for some of you, especially girls, but Greek life. Is it big on campus? Is it going to be easy to get super involved with other things on campus? I just think that's important. I feel like at every school, no matter what, Greek life or not, you will find your people, but without Greek life, you just have to search in other places, which is totally fine. Nothing wrong with that. That's what I did. But yeah, just ask what percentage of students are involved with Greek life. Some schools, I know that it's like literally everything and the entire social scene like revolves around that. But at TCU, I have friends that are not in sororities or fraternities and they still get to go to everything. If you're not in a sorority, you could go with your friend that's in a sorority to her formals and still go to all the parties. It's not exclusive at TCU, but something to consider at other schools. Okay, this is a big one that I totally meant to mention earlier, but how big are the classes? I mean, this is a given, but if you're going to a really large state school, then you're probably going to be in a lot of really big lectures, and if you're going to a smaller school, whether that be private or public, you're going to have smaller classes. And I know for a lot of people this is important. Last year I was in really big lecture halls and that was just harder for me to learn. That wasn't really, I found out that I do a lot better in smaller classrooms. So now at TCU, my classrooms are super small. Most of my classes are honestly like 11 to 15 kids with the exception of my biology lecture, which is like 95. So yeah, definitely ask yourself if class size is important to you. I know that a lot of people are totally fine with the big lectures and that's how a lot of college students operate and they're fine. But for me, I found out that I like smaller classrooms, so kind of trial and error. But also, no matter what school you're at, your classes are probably going to get smaller as you get older and as your classes become more major specific. Okay, another thing, campus amenities. What is offered to students? So one example is the health center. Is the health center gonna be a good place for you to go when you're sick? Does your insurance work with it? Is it super expensive? These aren't questions that students will probably be able to answer. I would definitely look on the school's website and probably talk to someone at the school about this. And then also the gym. Is it a nice recreation center? Is it extra for students? Is it free? Are there classes offered? Just something to look at. Again, I don't think I would decide on a school based off of if you have to pay for workout classes or not, but it's something to look into. Okay, this is a really big thing, and I probably should have mentioned this sooner, but food. What are the food options like? I will brag about San Diego State. Even though I transferred from there, sorry, you guys just moved. I put you on my blinds. Even though I transferred from San Diego State, they had some of the best food ever. Their meal plan was amazing. I've actually done videos about their meal plan, but basically it was just a bunch of restaurant style food and it was like actually good. Whereas TCU, I don't want to like, there's good options. I don't want to completely discredit it, but it's definitely not as good. I think that has a lot to do with it being a smaller private school and SDSU being a larger state school and a really healthy area. But yeah, look on the school's website to see what food is offered on campus and then also what the meal plans are like. Another thing is the alumni center and internships and jobs and everything. The reason why you're going to college is to hopefully make connections and get a job after you graduate or soon after you graduate. And so it's super important to look at the college's alumni network. Is there a really good career center with resources that can help me make my resume and find internships? Are there professors that would help me find internships? Just definitely look at the school's career center and what they have available for you. I just had to take a sip of water because this is honestly the most I've talked in the last 6 days since I have not left my house. I hope all of this helps you guys when deciding on where to go to college. Your school does not have to check all of these off. In fact, it probably will not, but just definitely ask yourself what's important to you and find what matters most. This is just stuff that's usually mentioned on tours, so I wanted to make sure that it was still shared with you. If you guys have any questions at all, please DM me. I will be in my house. I would love to help you guys out. I honestly don't know if colleges are pushing back their decision day. I know that it's typically May 1st, but again, I know it's hard right now and it might seem stressful having to decide without being able to go tour. And so I hope these questions help you guys. But yeah, like I said, I will be in my house and I want to be making lots of videos. I'm gonna make a video about the semester and what I've been up to and why I have not been posting as much. Nothing was wrong. I actually had an amazing time and I'm really sad that the semester's over. But yeah, I'm gonna be here, so please let me know what types of videos you guys want to see. I would love to make videos that help you guys out in any way, deciding on a college, sorority, what you should know, dorm stuff, anything you guys want to know, please tell me and I would love to make those. But I love you all so much and I hope you guys are staying safe and healthy, and subscribe for the next video.